Sometimes the hardest thing to do as a gamer is to objectively look at failure and know that we are the cause of it. As the old saying goes, it's a poor craftsman that blames their tools. And that same logic can absolutely be applied to competitive gaming.
Oh my god, public service announcement for anyone fucking sniping in this game. It takes zero fucking skill involved in this bullshit fucking game.
A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
Fuck!
Whether it's annoying mechanics, devastating items and weapons, or impossibly difficult opponents, today's digital playgrounds are riddled with endless quantities of busted shit.
On the mix! Why the fuck are they a fucking thing, dude?
But are they really? With the line between balanced and broken being so subjective, the question then becomes, is OP a real thing? Or do you just suck? Alright, so we've all seen or used the term OP in chat, but how long have we actually been throwing around this label for? Well, overpowered, or OP as it's come to be known since the 2000s, is a term that actually emerged during the 1590s. At the time, it was used to describe the act of overcoming something or someone by using superior force, usually through strength in numbers, physical prowess, or advantageous positioning.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground, asshole!
In a modern context, though, OP usually refers to balance, one of the spiciest subjects in gaming.
Oh yeah, spicy.
Typically, if you're trying to determine whether something qualifies as OP, a good starting point to look at is whether A, it's the best choice in a majority of situations.
Nope.
And B, is it unusually hard to counter compared to the effort it takes to use it? And if something checks both of those boxes, well, then you're probably dealing with some OP bullshit.
No! Fuck you! Fuck you, stupid fucking game! No! No, Jesus! No!
Now, for as long as video games have been around, people have been complaining about things being OP. The problem is that up until the late 90s, there was really nothing anybody could do about it. Back then, if something wasn't to your liking, like you couldn't beat a boss or get through a level, you just had to suck it up and grind away in the off chance that you'd actually get good.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Fighting game players specifically developed tier lists that helped them to identify useless characters and those that offered the likeliest paths to victory. But today, that mentality has changed completely, thanks to the internet. Patches, including fresh content, buffs, and nerfs, aren't just possible for developers, they're the gold standard. Which is a good thing, especially when genuine code problems suddenly reveal themselves.
Might try something, Dindy's gonna try it again, can he? You got him that time! See you in the base, Moo! Welcome home! What just happened?
That said, in spite of the strides made by developers to squash bugs and keep content fresh, over the years, overpowered design elements have only become more contentious with gamers.
No!
Whenever anything new is added to a competitive game, there's an immediate knee-jerk reaction by its community, decrying its potency. And in most cases, this frustration stems from the new item, character, or weapon presenting a new problem that potentially challenges and redefines how we play our games.
What is this? I don't like change!
But every now and then, even the crybabies are right, and we are dealt some short-lived, truly OP bullshit. Like the infamous ho-ho-ha-ha era in Dota 2, or CSGO's R8,
What? Like, should that even be allowed?
or Blackbeard's practically unbreakable rifle shield in Rainbow Six Siege, among many, many, many others. Most recently, Riot Games introduced a special kind of asshole into League of Legends, Aphelios, a marksman whose ultimate is not only capable of one-shotting you, but your entire team as well.
Looks like that guy just killed you.
What? Why? Why?
Anyway, with everyone perpetually screaming into the abyss when things aren't going their way, without readily available metrics, it can be really hard for devs to isolate real problems.
God, Gaben, you suck so much penis at making video games, it fucking hurts me, bro.
This game's fucking dog shit, and I'm gonna spit in the developer's fucking mouths. So stupid!
Stupid game! stupid game!
Stupid!
Come on! I fucking dodged it! This game is so fucking stupid, dude! Fucking threw me off a mountain!
Don't, please, no. Please, God, no! Fucking piece of shit, fucking cunting fucking game, man. I can't fucking fuck off.
But sometimes it's not actually the character or the weapon that's OP. Sometimes you just have to take your hat off and admit that it's the player.
K.O.
In Counter-Strike Global Offensive, there's no better example of this than Kenny S, who spent the better part of his prime performing disgusting, unspeakable acts with the one and only AWP.
Unbelievable play from Kenny, and he gets the ace!
Kenny's unmatched, hyper-aggressive style with the rifle forced Valve's hand, resulting in an infamous nerf in the spring of 2015.
It's not as fluid as it was, it's not as quick, the velocity's not there. And this immediately, for the pro scene, is a massive nerf. And not only has this lowered scope movement nerfed certain pro aspects and certain players in quite a destructive manner, but it shows how out of touch Valve is with the pro scene.
The change to the AWP was so dramatic that in its wake, Kenny S had to completely relearn the weapon, and as a result, it took him months before he was comfortable using it again.
What happened, unfortunately, I think for him is that he lost the confidence, right? The AWP nerf came in, because he was so mobile, because he was such a dynamic AWPer, him and JW both got hit the hardest, I think, by this AWP nerf, because it just felt like he got gutted.
It's basically like if Thor woke up one morning and his hammer had been turned into a spatula. As for the AWP, well, if you look at the likes of Simple, who is now doing things with the nerfed AWP that mirror Kenny's earlier achievements, it's pretty obvious it wasn't just the gun that was overpowered.
And Simple needs to get the hell out of there. He's got the AWP. He gives this up and a chance. He gets up the round, but he is spot on as usual. Double kill comes from the AWP, and X7 with the save goal, trying to keep the dream alive, but Simple. He makes it an absolute nightmare towards the end. 4 kills for him, and it's 13-9.
And therein lies the problem with OP. If enough people bitch about something, then developers might actually listen and respond, punishing higher skilled players for the sake of pleasing, well, potatoes.
Wow, that's a lot of potatoes.
So yes, to answer the original question, OP does exist. But there's a fine line between something being overpowered and it just being a problem that you haven't been able to solve yet. And as convenient as patching a frustrating game element might seem, you have to admit that the defeatist attitude of this generation of gamers is pretty pathetic. We all want developers to hear us, but most of us shouldn't be listened to. And here's the cold hard truth that some of you need to hear. 9 times out of 10, something is not OP. 9 times out of 10, you probably just do suck.
Well, that's a bit harsh, don't you think?
What? Are you saying that my closing statement is OP?
God, Gaben, you suck so much penis in making video games. It fucking hurts me, bro.
Man's a god.
What? Why? Why?
Dude, Stan Marsh is a beauty, but Randy Marsh is my spirit animal.